Hello everybody, welcome back to this series translating Much Ado About Nothing into modern English. Everything you hear and see in this video comes from Mr. Bruff's Guide to Much Ado About Nothing, £3.99 at mrbruff.com or on Amazon. So scene 3 takes place in Leonato's orchard. Benedict calls a boy who enters and tells him, "In my chamber window lies a book, bring it hither to me in the orchard." In other words, look, there's a book up in my bedroom on the windowsill, go and get it for me, I want to read. And then Benedict says a huge speech which takes some detailed analysis. So the boy says, "I'm here already, so I'm here." And Benedict says, "I know that, but I would have thee hence and here again." In other words, I know that you're here, but I want you to go there and then come back here. So already a bit of sort of clever wordplay from Benedict, who's obviously famous for it. And then Benedict says, "I do much wonder that one man, seeing how much another man is a fool when he dedicates his behaviours to love, will, after he hath laughed at such shallow follies in others, become the argument of his own scorn by falling in love, and such a man is Claudio. I have known when there was no music with him but the drum and the fife, and now had he rather hear the tabor and the pipe. I have known when he would have walked 10 mile afoot to see a good armour, and now will he lie 10 nights awake carving the fashion of a new doublet. He was wont to speak plain and to the purpose, like an honest man and a soldier, and now is he turned orthography. His words are a very fantastical banquet, just so many strange dishes. May I be so converted and see him with these eyes, I cannot tell. I think not, I will not be sworn, but love may transform me to an oyster, but I'll take my oath on it. Till he have made an oyster of me, he shall never make me such a fool. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another is wise, yet I am well. Another virtuous, yet I am well. But till all graces be in one woman shall not come in my grace. Rich she shall be, that's certain. Wise, or I'll none. Virtuous, or I'll never cheapen her. Fair, or I'll never look on her. Mild, or come not near me. Noble, or not I for an angel. Of good discourse, an excellent musician, and her hair shall be of what colour it please God. Ha! The prince and Monsieur Love I will hide in the arbour." Huge speech here from Benedict. And what is he saying? Well, he's talking about Claudio, and there's a bit of course, irony here, because the words he speaks about Claudio will so soon actually apply to himself. But he says, "It amazes me that anybody, after seeing what a fool love turns another man into and laughing at his stupidity, can still turn into the object of his own scorn by falling in love himself. But Claudio is such a man. I knew him when the only music he wanted to hear was the military drum and fife, and now he's only interested in dance music. I remember when he would have walked 10 miles to see a good suit of armour, but now he lies awake for 10 nights designing a new jacket for himself. He used to speak plainly and to the point like an honest man and a soldier, and now he uses flowery language. His words are like a fantasy banquet full of strange dishes." And then Benedict wonders, could that happen to me? I can't be sure, but I don't think so. I can't swear that love won't turn me into a lump of jelly like an oyster, but unless it does, it won't make me into a fool. One woman is beautiful, but I can handle it. Another might be smart, no problem. Another good and moral, I can handle that too. It would take all 3 of those qualities being combined in one woman to win me over. She'd have to be rich, too, and smart, or she's a non-starter. Virtuous, or I won't even court her. Beautiful, or I won't look twice at her. Mild-mannered, or she won't get near me. Noble of birth and character, or she's not for me. Interesting to talk to. An excellent musician, and her hair should be, well, whatever colour God chooses. Aha, it's the Prince and Mr. Love. I'll hide in the bushes." So then in come Don Pedro, Claudio, and Leonato. And Don Pedro says, "Come, shall we hear this music?" So shall we listen to some music? Claudio says, "Yea, my good lord, how still the evening is, as hushed on purpose to grace harmony." So in other words, yes, my lord, the evening is so still, as if on purpose to help the music sound its best. And Don Pedro here, as an aside, says, "See you where Benedict hath hid himself?" Did you see where Benedict is hiding? And Claudio says, "Oh, very well, my lord. The music ended, we'll fix the kid fox with a pennyworth." In other words, look, yes, I did see where he went. And when the music's over, we'll give this crafty young fox something more than he's bargained for. In comes Balthazar with music, one of the most boring scenes in the entire film, if you watch the film version. And Dom Pedro then says, "Come, Balthazar, we'll hear that song again." So let's hear it again. And Balthazar says, "Oh, good my lord, tax not so bad a voice to slander music any more than once. So, oh, don't insult the music with my poor voice by making me sing the song again." Dom Pedro says, "It is the witness still of excellency to put a strange face on his own perfection. I pray thee sing, and let me woo no more." In other words, look, you can tell an artist is excellent when he's modest and humble about how good he is. Please sing. Don't make me have to woo you to get you to sing. And Balthazar says, "Because you talk of wooing, I will sing, since many a wooer doth commence his suit to her he thinks not worthy. Yet he woos, yet will he swear he loves." So in other words, well, since you're putting it in terms of wooing, I will sing, because many wooers swear they love the lady, though they don't actually think she's worthy of them. And then Dom Pedro says, "Now pray thee come, or if thou wilt hold longer argument, do it in notes." So in other words, get on with the singing. Or if you want to carry on arguing, turn it into a song at least. Balthazar says, "Note this before my notes. There's not a note of mine that's worth the noting." So a little bit of wordplay here from Shakespeare, basically saying, before I start singing, just be aware that I don't think my singing's very good. And Dom Pedro says, "Why, these are very crotchets that he speaks, crochets that he speaks, notes, forsooth, and nothing." So what strange notions he has. Notes or notes indeed. Was it noting or nothing? And then we have some music. Then Benedict speaks, "Now divine air, now is his soul ravished. Is it not strange that sheep's guts should hale souls out of men's bodies? Well, a horn for my money when all's done." So what he's saying here is that music, like music of the gods, captivates the soul. And it's so strange that strings on guitars which are made out of sheep gut could have the power to call men's souls out of their bodies. But I'd rather listen to a horn, when all is said and done. Balthazar sings the song, itself a love song. "Sigh no more, ladies, sigh no more. Men were deceivers ever, one foot in sea and one on shore, to one thing constant never. Then sigh not so, but let them go, and be you blithe and bonny, converting all your sounds of woe into hey, nonny, nonny. Sing no more ditties, sing no more of dumps so dull and heavy. The fraud of men was ever so, since summer first was leafy, then sigh not so." So what is the song? Stop crying, ladies. Men were always deceivers. They had one foot in the sea, one on the shore. They were never settling anywhere. So don't cry, just let them go. You be carefree, changing all your sounds into hey, nonny, nonny. Sing no more rhymes, sing no more sad songs full of grief. Men have always practised fraud since summer was the season of leaf. So don't cry, just let them go, and you be carefree. Dom Pedro says, "By my troth, a good song." And Balthazar says, "And an ill singer, my lord." So, Dom Pedro is complimenting Balthazar, saying that's a good song, but Balthazar again saying, "Well, I didn't sing it very well." And Dom Pedro says, "Ha! No, faith, thou singest well enough for a shift. No, really, you sing better than anyone else here." And Benedict, of course, who is hidden but would be seen on stage, the audience can see him, says, "And he had been a dog that should have howled thus, they would have hanged him. And I pray God his bad voice bode him no mischief. I had as lief have heard the night raven, come what plague could have come after it." In other words, if that was a dog howling like that, they'd have killed it. I hope and pray that his terrible voice doesn't mean trouble is coming, like a raven in the night, being an omen of plague. And Dom Pedro says, "Yea, marry, dost thou hear, Balthazar? I pray thee, get us some excellent music for tomorrow night. We would have it at the lady's hero's chamber window." So, Balthazar, can you, perform some music tomorrow night to serenade Lady Hero at her bedroom window? And Balthazar says, "The best I can, my lord, I'll do my best." Dom Pedro says, "Do so, farewell." And off goes Balthazar for probably the beginning of the funniest moment in the entire play, which we will say for the next video.